Hello everyone, it's your man Stevmeister bringing you another video. This one is going to be the story of when I got the most sick I've ever gotten in my life. Okay, well there's two stories. There's two times I got sick that it's kind of a toss-up which one was worse, but I think there's one that takes the cake, I guess you could say, just slightly. Okay, so the first time I got really sick was, that I can recall anyway, was when I was coming back from Mexico. If you watched my Mexico video, then you've heard part of this already, but I'll tell it in detail because I didn't last time. And if you haven't seen that video, I will leave it at the end, so go watch that, as it's the story of what happened when I came back from Mexico. It was pretty crazy to say the least. But anyway, on my way back from Mexico, I got really sick. Like, it's the kind of sick where you're really warm. It feels like you're really warm on the inside of your body. Like if you were to breathe, your breath would be like hot, but the outside of your body is cold. You feel like you need a blanket. Anyway, I was that kind of sick, and I also had to keep taking these pills so I wouldn't feel like I had to throw up, because I also felt like that. And oh my goodness, I was just so out of it. Like, I don't know, I felt really light, like I didn't weigh much at all, and I couldn't really tell what was actually real and what was a dream, because I don't know, I just was so sick. I hate that feeling when you're just so out of it. You don't know what's real and what's not. That just happens sometimes to me if I lack sleep or something. But it was terrible that time because it was due to being sick and possibly a lack of sleep. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I got 8 hours of sleep, but you know what? I might have had more than that. Okay, lesson of the day: don't oversleep. Okay, I hear that it's not good, and I believe it. It can't be good for you to oversleep. So anyway, don't oversleep. I hear that 8 to 10 hours is a good amount of sleep, at least for the average person, or something like that. Anyway, that's besides the point. But I was terribly sick. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make. But I got even more sick than that one time. Okay, 1 second, I'm going to interrupt myself again to tell you guys to like the video if you are liking it, and subscribe if you like this kind of content, as I do post stories or news articles or just current events every Wednesday and Saturday. So there's no point to not subscribe, because you just click the bell and it'll tell you whenever I post a video. So that would be very much appreciated. Once again, like the video, as it does really help out a lot. Gets me into recommended more, helps me grow my channel. Like, you liking the video grows my channel, believe it or not. So I would appreciate it. But either way, let's get back to the video. Maybe it wasn't more sick, but it was worse in my opinion, because it sucked more for me. So toward the beginning of the summer, maybe it was like, yeah, it was like the end of spring, beginning of summer, or maybe it was the beginning of spring. I'm not sure, but one of those two seasons, spring or summer, everyone was catching this sickness. It was terrible. I think it's just because there's a bunch of like pollen. I don't know, but the plants were coming back, and it just like exploded with this the stuff that a lot of people had allergic reactions to, or something like that, or just got sick from anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I think basically my entire household and many others were sick. And let me tell you, this was a terrible sickness. I wasn't like, okay, yeah, I know people that are like, have had worse, are probably like, there's no way that it could have been that bad. But like, for me, this is the most sick that I've ever been. It was like a terrible cough. Like every I don't know, 20-30 seconds I would be coughing. But that isn't the worst part. It was terrible. The cough was terrible, but on top of that, I couldn't sleep because of it. I would get like, I'm not positive how much time, but it felt like I would get 10 minutes of sleep at a time if I would go to sleep at all. And then I would just wake up from coughing again. So that sucked. That was terrible. I had never had a cough so bad that I just couldn't sleep whatsoever. But that sucked. Let me just say. I got over that like after it was like a few weeks. Like some sicknesses only take a couple days, but nah, man, this sickness was like weeks at a time. And then even after I was better, my like mom still had the cough. But anyway, that was like months ago, so whatever people had back then, it's probably gone by now. At least I'm hoping so. But now we get the pleasure of having another bug going around, and I think I'm catching it a little bit. If you can't tell, there's a little bit of I don't know, distortion in my voice. Distortion. Some overdrive in there. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. It's not called overdrive when it's in your throat. But anyway, it's just, what I mean is there's another bug that's going around now, and it kind of sucks, but we just got to be praying for everyone that they get better, which I am. And so yeah, it's not too good, but I will say I would take this sickness over the one that was at the beginning of summer or whenever it was, because that sucked. I think I did my first, I don't know. If I've done an all-nighter before, it was only like one other time. And maybe this one didn't count as an all-nighter because I might have gotten like 10 minutes of sleep. I would lay in my bed and I couldn't sleep for a long time, but then when I finally did, I would like cough and wake myself up. So if I got any sleep, it was like 10 to 30 minutes at the most, I believe. So I finally just decided to, like, there was no point in trying to go to sleep because I couldn't, because I would just keep coughing. So I stayed up basically the entire night, and that sucked, okay? It throws you off completely if you do that, at least for me. But anyway, I stayed up the entire night, and if there's one good side to it, I did finally beat the Halo 5 campaign on Legendary. Yes, I know, it's an amazing accomplishment. Thank you for applauding me for that. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that great of an accomplishment because the game's been out for years and I've just been lazy about getting it done. But in all honesty, I mean, there's like a million better things I could have done. But my excuse is that it was at night, so I wasn't gonna go blast the base in the garage or anything like that. So that was my chance, and I did something with it. Beat the campaign finally on Legendary. Let me tell you, that is frustrating. Like, okay, I mean, my family would probably disagree, but I'm just gonna say I won't get super, like, ridiculously mad at a lot of things, but Halo on Legendary, that will tick me off, like, so bad. But anyway, that's, I guess I'm rambling at this point, but anyway, the sickness was so bad, the cough was so terrible, and it wasn't even just an annoying cough, it was a painful freaking cough, like, scratches your throat, like you're getting scratched and like you're, like there's a chip in your throat, and every time you cough it, okay, not that bad, but it did suck, and it hurt really bad. Anyway, it was so bad that I stayed up a whole night. That's what that whole story thing was about. Okay, but anyway, that is the most sick I've ever gotten. Do let me know if you've gotten more sick than that, and if so, what sickness was. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. Do consider praying for everyone that is sick at this time, because like I said, there's another bug going around. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Like it if you did like it, subscribe if I earned your subscription, and I'll see you in the next video. Signing out.